Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. I am back after, it's been like a week and a half now. Busy week of work and also getting sick and also visiting my parents. Didn't really allow me to stream, so I'm back. Still kind of recovering now, but I feel a lot better than I did 2 days ago. But I'm back now for the most part. Almost feels like I've forgotten how to stream, to be honest with you. Like the past week, I did not want to play video games at all. I worked, ate food, laid in bed, sick as shit, trying to recover. And then finally, like, Monday. So yeah, yesterday is when I actually started feeling like I had energy and like a person again, so. And of course, my whole weekend's gone by the time I start feeling good, so go figure. What is this? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say I just got like 10 notifications that an ad's about to start the start of the stream. Also, that Stream Elements updated their OBS plugin to now include, what's it called? I don't remember what this is called. It is ground control. They actually incorporate ground control into the OBS plugin now, and they actually took my feedback into account and fixed a bug that would make the emotes and badges massive on Twitch for some reason. So now it's all fixed. Smile. Oh yeah, also another thing, nothing really happened this past week, of course. Nothing really new. I mean, I played Schedule 1 a little bit. Fun game, really fun game. Kind of played it out as much as I could. It's a really good game, and I can't wait to see more stuff added to it. I'll happily go back and play again. It's a very nice, relaxing game of dealing drugs, or making drugs and dealing them. Which is weird, but it's a really well-made game for like a sim game. And then the Drug Dealer Simulator 1 and 2 devs are now filing a lawsuit against the Schedule 1 solo dev because they're jealous, essentially, on how successful Schedule 1 has been compared to their, I would say, pretty bad drug dealer sim game. I'm talking about that one, listening to Mario music. Obviously, Monster Hunter Wilds, the first title update came out. Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. I did everything in pretty much one night, in like matter of a couple hours. I thought there was gonna be more, to be honest, but I thought, and well, Arch Tempered Raidou doesn't come out till end of the month. And it's only gonna be like a limited time one, which is weird. But I did the arenas. I did Zoshia. A lot of people are saying Zoshia is really hard, but it's just, I just think it's because he has a lot of health. It's not really hard. I have yet to cart to him yet. Now Mizitsune, cool, like fox dragon, soap, whatever. The normal version, the high rank version, not bad. The tempered one does way too much damage. I mean, I think I've carted a couple times. I haven't failed a hunt yet, though. It's just, even with my hammer build with a lot of armor and stuff, most of his stuff still nearly one-shots me. It's kind of crazy. But, oh well. I got the armor set that I wanted, the Zoshi armor set. I crafted the Mizitsune armor. I've crafted a couple of their weapons. I've done the arenas. I did barrel bowling. Grand Hub's kind of cool. They kind of baited us, I think. I thought they were bringing back the Palico canteen cutscenes, but unfortunately it's just the 3 Palicos that you save in the beginning delivering food to you. They don't make the food, they just deliver it. That's it. So this is pretty much what the state of the game should have been when the game came out. But now I'm just waiting for more monsters, more high rank, probably looking more into master rank now. But who knows when that'll come out. I haven't seen any news updates about Title Update 2, because, you know, Title Update 1 literally just came out. But regardless, it's still fun game. I like it. I was actually gonna do a test to see if I actually fixed my setup, because last time I tried to stream Monster Hunter Wilds, it was super laggy, so was Monster Hunter Rise for some reason. And I think that was because my OBS system or settings got messed up. So I think I fixed it now. So we might launch that quick. Oh, here, the timer's about to run out, we can switch over. Also, I shaved my beard. So now I got a short beard now. Feels a lot better. It's not nearly as annoying now. I haven't cut my hair yet, but will shortly. Oh yeah, I also wanted to try Path of Exile 2, the new season that came out. I guess they don't call them seasons, do they? Whatever it's called, Dawn of the Hunt. I haven't seen or heard anything about it, so I don't know. I know there's a lot of changes, but I haven't played it. Obviously, Schedule 1. Played a lot of it. Automated weed, meth, and stuff like that. Tried some of the cocaine production in the game, and I'm just gonna wait for more updates for more stuff to be added. The solo dev adds a lot. He patches and updates like daily. It's kind of crazy. But we're gonna play probably Satisfactory today just to relax, just because I haven't streamed in a while and I'm still recovering from my sickness, so kind of want to take it easy. But we're gonna launch Monster Hunter Wilds just to make sure it can run. I want to test my OBS new settings, so let's test that, and then we'll play Satisfactory, okay? This is just testing. So I should have tested this off stream. Oh well. We'll see how it runs now. Also, my PC got force updated to Windows 11, so that's cool. Though I haven't had any issues or anything, so we're chilling. Also, I'm excited for this weekend because I'm going backpacking. First time of the season. And I'm already looking at getting a new watercraft as well. Instead of just my sit on top fishing kayak that maybe you guys seen when I uploaded fishing videos on YouTube, or I tried to stream at one time. And let me just say, streaming on a phone is not the best. But I did get a new phone, upgraded mine to the iPhone 16 Pro Max now, because my iPhone 12 battery was just dying so fast. So I got that. Pretty good sale, actually, so pretty happy with that. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting a canoe as well. So I'll have a canoe and a kayak. Oh boy, that was a little laggy loading that, wasn't it? Alright, Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's see how well this runs. I just hope it actually runs, because last time we tried this, it was not running well at all. You can see my new armor, the Zoshi armor. Okay, the music's just overlapping now. We're just making sure that this game runs on stream, because this was testing my OBS settings. Last time we tried it, it did not work. I tinkered a bit. I think I optimized my OBS settings quite a bit. So hopefully it should run smoothly. Because I don't run a 2 PC setup. I run just a single PC. Alright, you guys can't see the FPS counter. This is gonna crash again if I start messing with settings. Okay, it looks like it's running better. It's actually above 60 FPS. This is 60 FPS with frame generation on a 4090. How crazy is that? That I can only get like 60 FPS with frame generation on a 4090. They need to put out some performance updates because this is terrible. Also, they need to update it so this glowing stuff around my character is toggleable because it's very annoying how it's constant. But I think it runs pretty good, so definitely improvement. So that's a successful test, and now we can go to Satisfactory and put the music back on. I'm also not sure how long I'll stream today because I don't want to blow out my vocal cords in my throat from not streaming for so long. Alright, also, while I was gone, they put 1.1 update out on experimental. Unfortunately, it's only on experimental, and our save's on their stable branch, so 1.1's not out for us, unfortunately. There's some cool updates that they have with 1.1, and I would very much like it if they pushed it to stable, but who knows when that'll happen. I didn't do an audio test, did I? I didn't do an audio test, did I? Okay, we sound good. We sound good. Alright, now we can get... Why is Satisfactory showing up in this window? What the heck? It shouldn't show up there. Factory game. There we go. Oh yeah, then we changed the playlist, right, to Lo-Fi Synthwave. This one. I think that's right. Then we continue. The synthwave playlist just sounds much better for this game. Alright, welcome back to more Satisfactory. Oh boy. I glanced over at to-do list and I got reminded of what we were going to do. But we did do the power, right? Yeah, look at that. Oh, I think this is loading the save in, but... Yeah, we got a lot of power. The thing is though, why is my sensitivity so high? Oh, that reminds me, I can also pause that preview. I don't need that. There we go. But last time we played, we set up nuclear power. The thing that I thought about after stream, last time we played, was the disposal of the nuclear waste. Not much of an issue really right now, but it's gonna start piling up. And as it piles up, the area that becomes irradiated grows stronger, I think. I think that's what I read. So right now there's not a whole lot of nuclear waste in the storage area, which is fine, which is good. But as it builds up, it gets stronger and stronger, and the only way you can really get rid of it is by manufacturing it into the next fuel type, which is like plutonium rods. And then you either crush it to get rid of it, or you use those plutonium rods to make, you know, the next tier of nuclear fuel, which is the plutonium fuel rods. Obviously the radiation's not big because I'm not even getting it yet. How close do we have to be for it to start kicking in? Right here. That's not bad. Okay, so we got a while. I'm not too worried about it. By the time we get around to plutonium, I think we should be good. Also, I don't know why the game's so loud. Yeah, our next major thing is now upgrading our plastic production. And that requires us finding more oil nodes because our current plastic production oil nodes are fully tapped out. We do need to make radio control units, which is dependent on more plastic for the PCs and the oscillators. Is the oscillators dependent on plastic? Let's double check that. I don't know if I need more plastic for oscillators. I think I do. I don't remember what goes into making the crystal oscillators. But for sure the PCs, because the PCs require plastic, and the circuit boards that go in, I think it's the circuit boards require plastic, I think. Yeah, in the 1.1 updates, they implemented a new belt and pipe build mode, which is like, I don't remember what it's actually called, but it looks really clean. Instead of, you know, up and down and sharp turns and stuff like that, it actually like smooths it out. It's actually really cool looking. I've seen some people's builds implementing it and it looks really clean. Or you can make it really icky looking. Well, I think we needed more rips for these, didn't we? Or something? I don't know. But high prio today is plastic. And I don't think I left a marker where the oil nodes were. I know there's some right over here. So what was our options? Oh yeah, didn't we were building the highway network out this way, I think, right? Over here? I think. If I remember correctly. And I don't know if they were actually good oil nodes or not, but we'll find out. My bitrate is red, but I think that's just because it's higher than the Twitch soft cap. Which it usually is, because my bitrate's set at 7700, which the soft cap is 6K, but the hard cap's like 8200. And I'd love to push more than that. I'd like to push like 20K bitrate. If they allowed it, I could. I have gig up and down, so I can handle that. But does the bitrate, higher bitrate, would that increase encoding load? I think it would, right? Because it's more detail. It's not just internet based, it's actually like encoding. I could be wrong. I'm not the most well versed in encoding knowledge. But that'd be cool. I'd love to stream in 1440p. Imagine streaming 4K. My internet could handle 4K. My solo PC, my single PC streaming setup could not, though. I'm pretty sure I would fry my CPU. That's why I'd need to get like a second computer to do it. I could use my MSI laptop as the streaming PC, but it'd be kind of hectic. So yeah, we were building out this way because there's oil nodes down this way, I'm pretty sure. Is that a geyser right below us? Or no, it's a waterfall. Right, because there's oil right there. 1, 2, 3. Is there only 3? Whoa, there's a lot? Really? Oh, there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? There's 6. I think there's, oh, is that one right there? That's a lot, okay. Question is, how are we gonna... Oh, I don't have power over here. I should grab a power line and start trailing it over here so I have power for my hovercraft. So I don't want to use the jetpack. Not with the normal fuel that I have, at least. I also see all these people doing their builds in this game, which have like really cool looking architecture with just the stuff in the game that doesn't look like it's possible with the building blocks that you're given. But somehow they managed to do it, and it's just crazy. And they do it for like all their factories, and I just like that. I think that's the true end game.
Elemeno just subscribed.
That was fast, Brian. You're pretty fast nowadays. I don't have to wait for him to say it. Thank you, Ella. That's 35 months. 1 month away from 3 years. Very much appreciated. Also, hopefully your eye's doing better. And I'm not in zoom mode. You never say anything in your resub messages, I've noticed. Which... it's fine. Oh great, is my chat broken? I can see it over on Twitch, but I can't see it over on the multi-chat. That's nice. Maybe I need to reopen it. Give me a second. Okay, well, I guess the ground control is still broken. Cool. But yes, 36 months. Just going to listen, describe everything. Sounds good to me. I do like yapping. I don't know how much yapping I'll do today, because I can already tell if I do a lot, it's gonna leave me with a sore throat. I almost jumped off the edge there. We're doing 4 wide for the highway. Didn't they say I should have done 5 wide? Whatever. I think 5 wide for a double train network is what I was thinking. Or actually, is it because the train station, is that because that is 5 wide? No. Well, kind of. It kind of hangs off the edges, it looks like, if I lock it. Yeah, it hangs off the edge a little bit. Oh well. Oh, I gotta be careful, man. I gotta put this back on. Almost jumped off again. Also, we're kind of high up here. Do I lower down a little bit, actually? I probably should. Where is the oil nodes? Why can't I see them? Yeah, like right down there. So I should actually... Okay, well, I'm doing more than I want. There we go. I want to lower this down a little bit so I don't have to pipe the fluids up so far. You know. Which, I mean, the Mark II pumps can handle, I think it's 50 meters, right? So... I mean, 50 meters, that's not a lot either, because you think I'm using these 4-meter blocks, right? So they can handle, like, 12. One pump can handle 12 high of these. Oh, it's so annoying doing these ramps. Trying to zoop these is a lot more finicky. At least going like down like this. It's like pixel perfect. I don't want to go down too far, but we'll go down a little. One more. That should be good. It should be good. Much better, because that was what, 40 meters down? Is that right? Did I do that math right? 2 meters times 20. Yeah, 40 meters. Okay. Not bad. We can work with this. We can work with this. And since this is actually far enough away, we are gonna have to do a we don't have to, but I'm going to do a train. And we found out, or I found out, that it would probably be better to do loop systems instead of just point A to point B in a straight line. It'd be easier just to loop the whole system, and then I could have multiple trains running on it, and then just use signal markers so they don't run into each other, because there are derailments in this game, so just gotta be aware of that. Alright, let's bring power down this way. The sooner I can use the hovercraft versus the jetpack, the better. I'm trying to think of other stuff that's happened since I streamed last. Not really a whole lot, just a lot of work and being sick. Also, I saw that there's also another an alternate recipe for watered down fuel, which is like combining fuel with water, and it still provides the same amount of power in fuel engines, so you just get more fuel. So might be something I do in the future for the fuel power plant down there, maybe, possibly. But I mean, nuclear power has greatly increased our power capacity. Oh yeah, I did finish all of Invincible, so that was a really cool show. I can't wait for season 4. I think that's at 2026. Is that a slug just chilling in the reef? It's kind of a pretty area. I'd say that water down there looks a little funky. Looks like it's moving too fast. Like it speeds up, then it slows down. I still can't believe this map is handcrafted by one person. She did a really good job with it. Yeah, see, that doesn't look right. It shouldn't be slowing down like that. Okay, where is the first couple of oil nodes? Probably tap the ones over here. There's one, there's two right there. There is a third one over here, I'm pretty sure. One, two. I guess that one there too. Okay. Well, I guess we just start building. Don't think too much about it, just start building. And adjust as we build. Otherwise we're just gonna think too long about it and waste too much time. I wasn't counting that. How big are we making this? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should have blueprinted the oil or the plastic production. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have to do this too much, I don't think. Okay, now we need power over here, otherwise I'm just gonna keep falling. Like something like that. Just for the time being. And now this is a 10 by 10, I can easily just build the walls without having to worry about building too less, or too much, or too little. Like so. Easy. Okay. And then, I think the oil refineries are, super big, so, oh shoot, I should have looked at our existing one so I can try and mimic it a little bit. We want plastic. What do we, I figure, what do we get polymer resin from? Is it just fuel production? I think so. So what can we do with heavy oil residue? I forget what we were doing. Oh, we were using it to make smokeless powder. But over here, I think we're just gonna have to crush it for now. We should check what nodes we got as well. Three, four. I think we did 5 in the other plastic refinery. I could be wrong on that. I mean, I think that's actually too big to fit in the blueprint. The one that I have unlocked, I think it's too big to fit in there. I think. Luckily, these are Mark II poles. Wait, no, it's not. Now they are. There we go. So this is using 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 oil per minute. We're gonna have more than that, I'm pretty sure. Hmm. 150, so 180, and then 210. Is that right? Are these backwards? Yes, they were. That's barely any power increase in the grand scheme of things. So this is 210 per minute oil consumption, and it'll make... How many of these do we have here? 7? That's 140 per minute plastic? That really isn't that much. That really is not that much. That's gonna come from those 2 nodes. We want it on this side? Or is this side a little bit easier? Oh, they want to pull that out. I think this side looks a little bit easier to build down there. I actually don't need to do that because I have the wall mounts. Oh, I need plastic to make the pipes. Oh, what a conundrum. I need to go pick up more plastic from the plastic factory because we have it in a dimensional depot, but our current plastic production is very strained. So the dimensional depot won't be filling up until the overflow fills up. And that will be a long while So it's honestly just better for us to go grab some. I need to grab fuel. Boop, boop. There we go. All right, let's go grab some extra plastic so we can actually make Mark II pipes. I forgot Mark II pipes even used plastic. Well, there's our nuclear reactors up there. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue faster than I think it's going to be. Which it really shouldn't if we just have so much... We have an automated supply of these iodine filters, so I mean... I think we're fine. Unless if it gets like super irradiated and it just starts eating through them like 1 a second, then that's kind of an issue. Because I don't make 60 per minute. I don't think. I actually don't know how many you're making per minute on those iodine infused filters. But if that starts to be an issue, then we got a pretty big issue, because I don't think we have plutonium unlocked. I think that's one of the next milestones. Yeah, this plastic's not even backed up. Oh my god. This is working still, right? Sorry, my throat is still kind of hurting from being sick, so I might get some voice cracks in there. So this shouldn't be full, okay. Cool. So that's all working as intended. This isn't even backed up either. That's just wonderful. That's wonderful. How is there already another ad playing? Dude, I swear Twitch is just pushing so much ads. I can't really reduce it anymore. Okay, we're gonna cut this off for a second, and it's gonna be a little painful, but we need plastic. We need it pretty bad. Would 200 be enough? I don't even know. It's like, how much would this take? 13? Okay, that's not too bad. So maybe 200 would be enough? I'm just amazed on how this ground control is still so bugged. Like, it doesn't even work right now. I have it pulled up. Chat's not showing up. Well, it's showing up, but the chat messages aren't showing up in ground control. The alerts aren't even showing up in ground control, so that's cool. So like, what's even the point of it? It's just perpetually always bugged, broken. Okay, that's 300, that should be enough. Alright, you can have that back. Hopefully that should be enough. Hopefully that is 300. There's gonna be a lot of pipes, so maybe that isn't enough. I like how the audio like cuts out when I over rev the engine. You gotta think, we gotta have a lot of pipes, because most of this plastic production is based off pipes. The oil node taps being piped to the refineries, the byproduct is piped out, and then just plastic has belts. So hopefully not much else requires plastic, because we're a little starved for plastic right now. And then we gotta do a whole train going on. That's gonna be a whole big deal as well. Building the train over this way. This is not really well set up here, is it? Trying to clean this up a little bit. Foundations. It's the inverted corner. There we go. A little bit better. We'll just ignore that side for now. We should be able to pump out quite a bit of plastic from this, since there's like 6 oil nodes over here. Not sure on our rubber standing right now, though. I think rubber is fine for a while. Kind of annoying how you can't do what is it? Okay. Doesn't look good either. Guess we can just do this way, the junctions, and then get rid of the extra there. There we go. Junctions on all this here. Okay, that didn't snap for some reason. That one straight. That one didn't look straight. Yep. There we go. That's the inputs. I think we want to hook up, fully hook up the inputs before we worry about the output, so we can actually get plastic being made, because we need more, I'm pretty sure. Also, we need power down below. We're gonna take it from this one. Like so. Look at that oil is like right in the water. Alright, what's the purity on these bad boys? Oh, an impure, perfect. Perfect. I'm pretty sure this is an impure as well. Oh, normal, okay. Well, that's a delightful surprise. I'm surprised they don't have like an oil extractor Mark II. Or maybe they do and I don't have it unlocked yet, but it'd be kind of weird not to have it unlocked already. This will do 120, we need 210. Which this will only give us 60, so that's 180, so we can overclock one. So that's 180. 210. There you go. That works. And we just need to pipe it over. Hopefully a Mark II pipe can reach that high. Oh boy, that's nice. Alright, well, we're gonna do this then. Well, Mark II pipe cannot handle all that because that has more than 12. Oh boy. who's attacking me right now. Pulls out homing gun. Who was it? You? Oh, I didn't have ammo on that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, there's a Mercy Sphere. That's what you were protecting, huh? I'll be taking that. Ada?
I have something for you. It will establish a better way for us to communicate and deepen our understanding of one another.
Oh?
I've done the necessary developments on my end. The last note is yours to play.
Your symphony resonates. Your mimic tapestry patterns beautifully.
Thank you, I worked very hard. I am organically transmitting the data package now. Any adverse effects on my blood will not corrupt its contents.
We hear this learning song.
See you on the other side.
It is time to tango.
Huh? What other side, Ada? That doesn't sound good. Is that gonna go all the way up? Oh, so close. So close with just one. Trying not to have it clip, but then it's like hanging off the edge. Whatever. Whatever. There you go. And it should be starting to produce plastic once the oil gets up there. Which they already are. Look at that. Plastic. Perfect. I keep looking over to this chat thinking it's going to be working, but it's not. I hate how they force that upgrade. Or the update. Because why would they update it when it doesn't work most of the time? Alright. Thing is, the train is gonna have to be probably on the other side here. I don't know how to make the train stations. How to make them. I don't know how big to make them. Jeez, I can't talk today. Cause they're big. I don't think they need to be this wide, but transport. Train station. Oh yeah, it's gotta be a loop, right? Are we gonna try and do a loop? How am I gonna do a loop, man? I don't know how I'm gonna do a loop because there's only one way over to this area. I can have a loop back on itself to a single track, but then that negates having two trains on it because then the one train would have to wait back at the other station until that one gets there and that one goes, and that wouldn't really help that much. It'd help a little bit because it would, once that one train goes in to the dock and does the unloading and loading and all that, that train's already on the way back. So I mean, there's a little bit of efficiency increase with it, but a full loop system would be ideal. You know what'd be really cool actually? It really wouldn't work with the way some of the areas I have the highway set up. Would be one of the track is above and the other track is below, and it'd loop like that. That'd be kind of cool, but some of the areas are kind of close to the ground. I don't think would be able to facilitate having an underground track or a track underneath the highway, because it would start running into some stuff, I believe. I don't even really know where I want to haul this with a train either, because I'm not going to bring it back to the plastic station. I don't think there is no plastic station. I think I'm just going to have to build another station on this side, the south side of our factory, thinking. I was thinking we could kind of make a loop here, actually. But it'd actually take a long construction because we could have it go out this way, follow this highway around that way to the station, and then go around, but then that track's already there, and come back and like enter on this side. So how would I do it above the already existing track over there, or do I just take that track down? Well, no, I wouldn't want to do that because I'm actually using that now for iodine filter automation. Unless I build a track above that track. I feel like that'd look goofy though. I'm also still not really familiar on how to use the train signals. Otherwise we could actually build the loop into that track, have stop signals for the fabric train, so if the plastic train's going through, don't go on it, wait till it clears it, and then you can go. Which sounds easy, but I don't know how to use the train signals. And the trains can derail in this game. And all you gotta do is like pick them back up and put them back on the track, but... I want to do the loop. So we actually only need one train station then if it's a loop system. Oh yeah, oh no, it's in 1.1 that they added it, where you actually have to have stop signals on the trains. Is that backwards? I don't think it matters. Okay, let's see. So it's gonna be both freights. Like I said, I don't think we need another train station, because it's only going to be going one direction on a loop. Essentially, this would loop back, go all the way. We'd build the highway over the ocean there and meet back up with that over there, connect onto the train track that way. I think it's a fun thing to test out, though. Why are some of the... Oh, these aren't full. Okay. I was gonna say, why are some green, one, some yellow? Nice, plastic. So I don't have to go back to the plastic factory yet. Okay, but let's set up the storages we're gonna have here. Let's finish this plastic thing first. I don't think I had to put it that far back, but that's okay. I think that's pretty much all we're going to be doing today on stream, is literally the plastic and the plastic train setup. It's going to take a while to do all of this, but I am fine with that. And I'm also going to do it a little bit differently than what we have at the other station or plastic area, because I don't want to have it all crammed into one area, and I have no way of disposing the heavy oil residue without just crushing it. So we're gonna have the heavy oil residue over here. And how much can one do? Petroleum coke. So 40 per minute. 6 without overclocks. Okay. If I don't have to use overclocks, that would be nice. Okay, well, no power grid over here, that's nice. Can I off this? Okay. I don't know how that built off the center there. Upgrade these Mark II. Set these to all petroleum coke. This is gonna make a lot of petroleum coke, which is $720. Hey, is that my belt capacity? Oh, just under it. Okay, well, that is good enough for me. Okay. Did that one move after I placed it? No, it didn't. Okay. Looked like it did. We're gonna move that. Center it a little bit. There we go. And that's how we're going to dispose of the heavy oil residue until we can come up with an actual use for the heavy oil residue. So we're not going to be super fancy about the heavy oil residue pipe because we don't need to. Logistics, wall hole. Like so. Why doesn't that not snap? That's very annoying. That snaps. That one does. Okay. They're very inconsistent with the snaps. I don't get it. Why'd that just get rid of the whole pipe? Weird how that happened. Okay. So this actually snaps. Wow, okay. That's a pleasant surprise. I love when the snap actually works. It's very nice. Also, I don't know if those are actually on the belt. We'll find out though. Looks like they are. Cool. There we go. Beautiful. All right, and then the pipe for the input's going to be on this side. Forget how tall these refineries are, so these actually need to be way more than just 3 high. Did that go all the way? It did. That's how tall it has to be. And that's even pretty close, because if we put the foundations on these ones, it does not leave a whole lot of headroom for the exhaust. Which is, doesn't really matter. It's just aesthetics, really. Imagine if they had a mechanic that you actually had to vent your factories. Otherwise, the exhaust fumes would actually just build up in your factory and they would kill you unless you had the filters. That'd be something. Actually, fume mechanics or exhaust mechanics. I don't even know how you would explain that. I need to do the same on this side too. But we're gonna let our dimensional depots try and catch up a little bit. Alright, and then I'm gonna put... Oh, my mouse is flying off my screen again. I don't have my dual monitor tools enabled. Now it should be enabled. Should be. Why do I feel so small in this factory? Usually at factories I don't feel so small, but these are big machines. Not sure how that worked. I gotta pack all my stuff tomorrow for the weekend backpacking trip. Otherwise, I don't really have a whole lot of time. So I'd rather just do it tomorrow. Grocery shop and pack. Did you eat dinner? I did. I had leftover pot roast from when I was at my parents'. It was really good. Really good. And I'll probably have a snack after stream, and I also have chocolate-covered strawberry ice cream I'll probably have as well. It's very good. Can't leave this weekend. I'm going blind. I'm only gone for a day. It's only a one-night trip, just to test out our new gear. I don't know if we'll be back on Sunday in time for stream, but we'll see. And I might be going fishing on Friday, possibly, depending on the weather. If it's really windy, I'm not gonna go. Who are you going with? Going with 3 friends. 3 friends. Okay, so this is actually already going. Look at that. Very nice. How much increase in points is this gonna be? Probably not gonna be too much. The coal coke isn't really that point heavy. I saw someone do like the last final end game complex piece you can manufacture in this game, and they synced it, and they gave him like millions of points, and it was like a, I think it was a int overflow or something like that. It was kind of crazy. Why am I getting so many notifications right now? Oh. Nothing important. Okay, well that's set up, so this should be constantly putting out plastic now. And it shouldn't need a pump since it's no verticality here, it's literally all on the same level. So that should be good. Very nice, very nice. I keep forgetting I have to look over to my left for my chat because the right one's broken now. We're not, I don't even think we're close to being halfway of our max production. I mean, it's kind of wild seeing our max consumption actually below our max production now after we implemented the 2 nuclear reactors. Because for the longest time, it was actually above our max production. Alright, so we got the plastic set up. Very nice, very nice. Wasn't hard. Doesn't add a whole lot. Was it 140 per minute it's adding? I would definitely like to have more. We can add more for sure because we are only using 2 oil nodes that aren't fully tapped yet. We still can place 5 more overclocks in those 2. And that... that would actually give us another one of these. And a little bit extra oil. So we could have 280 based off of those 2 oil nodes. And then we still have 4 more oil nodes over here, which I don't know the purity of. And I don't know how accurate the maps are for the purity. So we've tapped those 2. So it's impure, normal, impure, and a pure. That pure is actually insane. Impures suck. Now to think about how we want to do the train. The train's going to be the logistical nightmare part. Not really a nightmare, just a little bit challenging because I don't know how to do the train signals yet. But it'll be a learning experience to say the least. So first off, I think we need to build the highway out to what I thought, or what I said. And it should be on the same level. Oh crap, I forgot that there's a little hill right there. That should be fine. That should be fine. It's going to use a lot of concrete. I hope our concrete dimensional depots can keep up. Which, you can see the number going up. It's going up like it's like 4 a second or something like that. Because I think we have like, do we have 4 dimensional depots? Or is it 2 dimensional depots for concrete? I don't remember. But we can still increase the upload speed by double one more time, I think, with the MAM. I gotta be careful not to fall off the edge. That reminds me. Put the jetpack on, just in case. Yeah, our concrete dimensional depot is not gonna keep up. That's alright. It'll give us time to plan this out a little bit better. The weather for this weekend for the backpacking trip I'm gonna go on was looking really good, but now there's a chance of showers Sunday morning when we're packing up and leaving, which not very ideal because I really don't like packing up wet gear. I mean, regardless, coming home and unpacking in an area to know I was gonna do it if it was wet or not, but packing wet stuff away is not fun. I hope this works. I really hope this works, and I can figure out these stop signals. If not, we're gonna have some... It's gonna be really bad if we have train collisions on the highway network above the ocean here, because I'm pretty sure the trains will just fly off. And to get them back, you have to go grab them. So... yeah... Let me see here. While we wait for our concrete to load up, maybe I pull up a YouTube video on it so we can get a general idea how they work. I have a general idea how they work. I just don't know how to implement it. Step-by-step masterclass, huh?
Hey HCDA, and welcome back to my Satisfactory.
Holy crap, why is that so loud? I actually don't have window capture on this scene, so I'll add one quick. Name's already in use. Okay, cool. I don't know what to call it. Sure. Doesn't need to be that big. Sure.
1.0 Masterclass. This episode's going to be a little bit different because I'm just going to be talking about trains. It seems to be confusing a lot of people, but it's actually not that difficult once you know how to do it. Now, just
Well,
starting out with
yeah.
the general tip, I recommend that you start out small, but that you leave yourself space around your stations. That way you can easily expand it when you need to, but initially you're not going to need massive trains. Now, for some reason, I see a lot of YouTubers and a lot of players as a result of that, setting up their trains to drive around in circles. And although there's nothing wrong with that per
This
se,
is my
it's
setup.
actually a lot more efficient and a lot quicker to build if you just set it up from A to B with a train that drives back and forth, something like this. In order to make this work, all you need is a train at the end of your track on both sides, and make sure that the arrow is...
Oh, I just thought of something. I just thought of something as well. If we actually just want to keep doing the A to B straight lines like this, we could have it, the train... Well, let me tab back over to Satisfactory. Can't really see my screen, but have the train go from the plastic to that station over there on top of the video window right there. Dump the plastic into that, and then that's fabric and plastic, and then the fabric and plastic go back to the fabric drop-off, and it'll be fabric plastic drop-off, and then use smart splitters to sort between the two. That's also possible. But I'm curious on if I can actually do this, so let's continue.
Also keep in mind that even a single freight platform using Mark IV belts, which you should have available by the time you unlock trains, allows you to transport up to almost 1,000 items per minute already, so there's no need to build large train stations in the beginning. Make sure you set one station to load and one station to unload the items you need to shift from A to B.
Naturally.
Build a tiny little train like this and make sure that each locomotive on the outsides is actually pointing outwards, because otherwise it won't be able to drive in that direction. Get in your train, edit the timetable and add the different stations that you wanted to visit to your list. Save the timetable and turn on self-driving, and you should see your train starting to drive back and forth between your stations.
I want the signals. Where's the signals? That's all I care about.
Stations done already. Now, of course, you can have your train actually drive around in circles, but it doesn't really add anything to the system other than making it slightly easier to add in more trains to this route. But if you need more trains, you probably need more input and output, and that's also achieved by just adding in one more freight platform to your stations and having the same train drive back and forth with twice the amount of stuff. Okay, but let's say you want to have two different items delivered at your central station over here, and you want those to come from different locations. Now, what you can actually do is set up something like this. You add another
interesting. I didn't even think about doing that.
Central station. You add another station as well, so the locomotive from the other direction has somewhere to arrive, and of course you need to set up that secondary location as well. Now, the initial train we had is going to deliver its cargo to this freight platform, and because the other one is arriving from the other direction, that will be delivering its cargo to this platform over here.
Interesting.
If you want to avoid messing things up or getting confused, you can also just add an empty platform in between these different stations to make things a little bit more clear that these are actually separate inputs and outputs. Now, obviously, these trains are going to be using part of the same rail route, so in order to make sure they don't collide, we're going to need to use signals. Now, in order to avoid this, we're going to set up some block signals on both sides of the track. Now, the reason we need them on both sides is because we have trains moving in two directions, so they need to be able to read the signals from both directions.
Okay.
Once you set this up on both sides of your train station, you're going to see the tracks changing color when you try to put in another block signal. So you can see this is yellow, this is red, and this is orange. Basically what's happening that there's only going to be one train allowed per block. So the blocking signals will make sure that there's only going to be one train allowed per section, and as you can see there's now a train on the station, so this train is going to stop and wait for the other train to leave. Then as soon as the other train clears the station, the light goes to green for the other one, and that second train will move onto the station and deliver.
Okay, he didn't show it, but he has block signals on this side too. That's what I was confused about. I was like, okay, you have it on this side, but he didn't show it. He has some over here. You can kind of see the red light.
Deliver its goods as well. Now, let's say you have multiple trains that all need to arrive at the same station and are all going to be merged together on a single track. Then you can still use this block method to do most of the work for you. All you need to do is set up some block signals at the entrance of that single track, and that will make sure the next train is going to be kept out until the first train has...
So you don't need block signals at the station, the arriving station, unloading station, whatever you want to call it. You just need it at the entrance to that track.
Cleared the entire section. Now that does...
But what is this?
take a little while, of course, especially if these tracks are longer. So it might feel a little bit inefficient, but it's really only going to be a problem if in the meanwhile your storage units are overflowing, and that will only happen if, again, you're transporting mass amounts of items. Now let's say you do want a more complicated setup with different trains
kind of like this, yes,
track, but also combining and recombining on different places of that track. Now then you can still usually get away with just using block signals, as long as you make sure that every intersection has its own designated color like this. So you can see, for example, this one here is a red. I have just block signals on every piece of that intersection.
He's not explaining the ones that designate which side to go on.
A train splitting off that should only be able to drive into this direction if there's no train there. And then when merging them back together, there is a chance that there's two trains coming here at the same time. But there's only going to be ever one allowed on this intersection, and until that train has passed, no other train is going to be able to come on here. The only time when you're going to need path signals are when you have tracks crossing each other like this without actually merging. If you want to make sure that trains are still not going to collide, all you need to remember is put a path signal at the entrance and a blocking signal at the exit. And here you can see that. So the trains are going to be coming from this direction. So
okay, we're not doing this.
So at the beginning I have two path signals set up over here. So this is one, here's the other. And then in the back for the exits I have a block signal set up at every route as well.
I kind of,
then the same thing over
think
here.
I understand
so we have
it.
one train coming from this direction, so there's a path signal here because that's the incoming path. And we also have a train coming from here, so we have a path signal over here because, again, that's the entrance. Then this is going to be an exit, so there's a block signal, and this.
It just looks really confusing with all the different block and path signals.
Trains sometimes get a little bit confused, or the path signals get confused if you don't put in more blocks. So that's easily solvable by just putting in at least blocks around your train station. So make sure every train station is its own dedicated block. But you probably want to break up these longer stretches in different blocks as well.
It knows which way to go because it chooses, I'm pretty sure in the way they coded the trains is that it chooses the shortest path to its destination. So it won't split off to a longer one because it's not going to go to this destination. It'll follow the one to its destination. Okay.
To make sure
We're
that
good.
If you have multiple trains driving,
I think I understand
circle,
it fully now.
That they don't wait for the first train to clear this entire path before the next train is allowed on. Another trick to keep in mind is that you should always have a storage container attached to your train stations, because as soon as a train arrives and starts loading and unloading, the belts will actually stop. You can see that happening here in a moment. There you go. And that means that the other input is not going to be collected anymore. So by using a storage container, you make sure that the inputs are still being delivered even while there is a train on the station.
Makes sense.
And the same thing applies to the output, so make sure there's a storage unit there as well to catch all the outputs and make sure that things keep moving while you are collecting your resources from the train. Now this is really all you need to know about trains and tracks, because as long as you have all the trains moving...
Okay, I think I understand it. You can hide that. Close out of that. Alright. Our concrete should be full now. Nice. Alright, I think we're good. I think we are good. It'll be a little bit of trial and error. Hopefully there's no collisions, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Literally, because we have to do this. Is that only 3 ramps? 1, 2? Yeah, it looks like it's only 3. Okay. I want it lined up with that, so it's like a T-junction. It's gonna be kind of hard to match this up at a distance. That actually kind of looks like it's matched up. I could be wrong. Let's just do one over. Nope, that is definitely not matched up. It's probably 3 more, right? Because of 3 ramps. Gotta be careful not to jump off. I'm not gonna have enough fuel in the jetpack if I need to get back up. Okay, so this is matched up. Cool. We're almost out of concrete again. Yeah, we're using a lot of concrete. Let's see, foundations. I think those are only 2 ramps, 2-meter ramps. Like so. And then we can get rid of the walls here. There we go. And then the train will be like a T-junction. Oh no, it won't be a T-junction because this train doesn't need to go over that way. So it'll just be looped into this. Okay. Okay. I swear this will be cool when I have it set up. Thing is though, our concrete dimensional depots are not keeping up. Which is fine. They fill up pretty fast. I can also run power while we're waiting for that to fill up. Actually, I don't really need power, but for future proofing, we're gonna add it because I'll probably eventually add factories out here for whatever reason. Probably just like processing factories because there's no nodes out here. Or maybe it's just a train track. Oh, that's a big waterfall. Actually, I don't even know if I'll ever have anything out here, to be honest with you, besides adding onto the fuel power plant down there. I still want to see, I haven't looked it up, I keep forgetting to see if there's something that can show me all my constructions on my map, because if you look at it, you don't see anything that I built. It'd be very nice to be able to see what I built. But I feel like that could also clutter the map up pretty bad, so maybe that's why they didn't do it. Still would be nice to see at least like the foundations or something. There we go. So now we can put this back on. How's our concrete looking? Slowly filling up. It's actually the fastest dimensional depot I have is for concrete. Because I'm pretty sure I only have 2 of them. So it's actually 120 per minute. I think. Checking OBS. Looks like my new setup or settings for OBS are pretty good. It's barely using any of my CPU now. Before I had a lot of the rendering and encoding on my CPU for some reason, and I wasn't using my encoder on my 4090, which was dumb of me. Because now my CPU can breathe a little bit without getting nailed to the wall essentially with the encoding, and that would affect my game performance, which I think was the issue before when I tried to stream Monster Hunter Wilds and it was like lagging, and then I tried to do Monster Hunter Rise and it was lagging too. I was like, there's no way Monster Hunter Rise should be lagging on my system. If it runs on a Switch, it should be running on my 4090. Okay. We still need a lot more concrete because we gotta build concrete above us for the rail. Did I do vertical? Okay, I did 3 high. Yeah, we don't have enough concrete. Ugh. Can I try this out now? Like that. I don't know what the switch is for. Is it like... Oh, nice. I got my promotional credit for trading in my trade-in for my iPhone 12. $500 for that iPhone 12. Well worth it, because if I sold it myself, it'd have been like 80 bucks. So I'm curious if that train's gonna be affected by this switch, because if I think this switch is just for me driving, right? Oh my god, why am I getting so many notifications? Oh, it's just T-Mobile. They send an email, they send a notification with their app, they send a text message as well, like, yeah, your trade was accepted. Okay, you don't need to tell me 20 different ways. That train should come back pretty fast. Also, this isn't really a loop. There's a Mercer sphere up there. Oh, I think I know what I was gonna do. So it's gonna go, they're gonna share this track length, but it's gonna keep going through my factories, take a right, and then I'm gonna build a depot over there by the Lumina solution essentially. And loop all the way around. So this shouldn't go this way, right? Please don't. Okay. So these switch signals or whatever, I'm pretty sure it's just for me. Oh. Oh, whatever. It's smart enough to know what to do, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure, at least. It's also very convenient, or very nice in this game, that the stuff that you build, if you accidentally build, or even if you don't accidentally build and you're just like renovating or whatever and you need to deconstruct stuff, you get all the materials back. You don't lose some. Imagine that. Like you build like a nuclear reactor or something, you're like, oh crap, it's in the wrong space, so I gotta break it down and move it. Well, imagine if you lost some of the materials in the construction or deconstruction. That would suck. Thankfully, that is not the case. Come on. And good. Would be nice to be able to do this in one shot, but that's alright. We're just gonna build as much as we can with the concrete platforms, build the rail, deconstruct the concrete underneath, use that concrete to build more. Alright. Railway. How far out in the ocean can you go? Looks like you can go up pretty far. which is kind of nice because this is easily the build out here, but there's no nodes, so if you want to... Oh my god, that's not straight. So if you want to factory build stuff out here, you're gonna have to ship all the stuff out here. It's like going back and forth, I don't know why. Weird. I don't remember how to exactly do these turns, right? Like, is that straight? That looks straight. Alright, then we go back, deconstruct the concrete. Kind of annoying me that this wasn't built straight for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure I did it all in the same center piece. Whatever. Whatever. Make sure we don't paint anything that we don't want deconstructed. And also this is putting concrete in our inventory, which is kind of annoying. I also don't have the manual upload upgrade for the dimensional depot, so it will stay in my inventory unless I use it. Oh. Oh, I hit right click by accident. There we go. So yeah, I put that concrete in my inventory. Oh well. We'll use it. We'll use it. Well, not really. Because once we're done with this, we'll have to pick all this back up again. So then we're just gonna have a bunch of concrete in our inventory, but we can just toss out, that's fine. I really hope they come out with DLC for this game. That'd be really cool. They'd have to get someone else to do the maps though, because that one person that built this map said they do not want to do it again because it took a long time to do this by hand. Which it shows. It's such a beautiful map. There's no like repetitiveness in it or like generated stuff. It's all handcrafted. But it would be cool to be sent to another planet. So, like, say you finish this planet, they're like, alright, great job. You colonized this for people of Earth. Can you do another one? I guess. That'd be really cool, actually. Would be very cool. Alright, let's start from this side. Okay, we need a little bit more. Okay, that's actually a little bit too long. I forget how you cycle the hotbar. Oh, there you go. There we go. That works. It works. It just works. Oh, that's like lifted, isn't it? Oh well. Yeah, it's fine. I can see it like bending towards the bottom of the screen a little bit. It's kind of weird. See how it's not straight? That's so weird. You can see as it gets longer, it like bends. I don't get it. Cause it's all in the same center piece. Like, it's very obvious. So there's like this, that's too far left, that's too far right. So how is that not centered? There's no different ways, construction ways, like with belts and pipes. There's only one way to build railways. Holy crap, I've already been streaming for almost 2 hours. That chocolate covered strawberry ice cream is gonna be real good after a stream, I tell you that much. That didn't add a... Okay, I thought it was gonna add a sign. So there's no reason that it would add one. Good song. It's gonna be a long train. I'm hoping to have like two trains on it actually to cut the transportation time in half, if that works like that. Getting a little sloppy with my deconstructing paint here. Oh man, when I visited my parents this weekend on Saturday, we went to like a brewery and had what are they called? They're cheese curds, but the breading had dill in them. It was really good. Dipping them in mustard or ranch or horseradish. It was really good. Ooh, a little bump there, but that's all right. Little bump. Okay, so now let's put the train down. We're not going to set up the timetable yet. And I only need... Oh, that actually hurt me. Oh, shoot. Did I have it backwards, though? That's fine. That's fine. Brake car, brake car. This can't go backwards, can it? Oh, it can. actually not bad going backwards. These trains look so cool. Like the glowing, rotating engines. It kind of bothers me that the tracks aren't straight, but it's very minimal. Oh, please brake, please brake. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Too far, too far, too far, too far. Train's coming, train's coming. I don't want a derailment. Oh my god, what was that freight cart doing? That scared me. Okay. Cool, no derailment. But the thing is here, now this is the stop signal area, right? Block signal. So I put a block signal there. And I put a block signal in here as well. Right? So then I go all the way over here. Why'd that light up? Weird. A little bit of a slow mover here, but alright. Actually, I don't want to get hit by the train. Pretty sure the train can kill you. I know it's an achievement in Factorio. Getting run over by a train. It's real easy in Factorio because they move fast. And you can't really like look around you because it's top down. I guess you can zoom out, but I have been run over by my train a couple times in Factorio. It's the only reason I know there's a achievement for it. Okay, so we're actually going to take the block signal off for now. Because we got to build a little bit of track here to showcase it. Oh, this train stopped actually because the block signals are broken. That's all right. We can fix that mighty fast. All right. Like that. That should work, right? Is this? It's backwards. I want it on this side. Other side. Other side. Is that not right? How does that not make sense? Because this is that one section, that long section there where it's just one track. I have both block signals. Do I need it on both sides? Okay, how do I get it on this side of the track? Because, oh. I didn't do the double on the other side. I don't want to mess with that train schedule if I start manually driving it. Well, walking all the way back again. I don't think the hover pack's faster than slide jumping, but I can't slide jump going up. I don't understand why I have to have block signals on both sides of the track. Oh, because maybe it registers it when it passes it going that direction. It'll be like, okay, he went through it, now it's clear. And if it's just on one side, it's only tracking one direction. Maybe. Like I said, this is a learning experience for the trains. I've never really done such a, it's not even advanced, but a more complicated train network than just A to B. I've never had more than one train on one A to B route. But I think if we put the double on this side, it should work. Ouch. Please work. So if it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Why is it so finicky? Well, I don't see the exclamation mark. Ah, it's coming now. Okay. See the colors? Okay, so it does do that, right? Cool. Now the real test would be to move this train on here, and would the train stop there? We're gonna try it, but I'm gonna save beforehand because I don't want to deal with the derailment in this area. I think we got it working now. I think I understand. We haven't even built half of this railroad, by the way. Well, maybe half. Maybe not. Not quite half. Because we still gotta build all the way around to that station. And this should free up. Nice. And we get in here. That should turn red. And now that should stop. And it's stopping. Okay, we got it figured out. Very cool. That's very satisfying. And now as soon as we move this off, the train should continue. Whoa! Yep, that's my fault. That's my fault. You know why? Because the arrow was switched to the wrong way. Well, there was a train collision. I got an achievement for it. Silver lining. You know why? It's because this is the wrong way. There we go. I wish I could. I wonder if you could hold just right. Like, oh, you can switch. Oh, you see the arrow? Okay. And this should continue. Here we go. I did say we might get a collision. We got a little bit of a collision, but it was because I was being stupid. As per usual. Okay. I just can't leave the train, whatever. Yeah, trying to, I'll just leave the train there. We'll come back for it. So we gotta build the track. I don't even see what the achievement was called. I just started panicking as I saw the train start tilting to the left. And then it fucking landed, smashed right into it. Whoops. All right, so now we gotta continue this rail to a station over here to unload plastic. I can also probably incorporate this station into the loop as well, so this train actually does a loop too, but it kind of unnecessary. I mean, the loop's unnecessary for the plastic in the first place, but I would just want to do it because that's why I say I did it. And I'd have to raise this whole train, or I'd probably have to move this because look at the exits blocked by the steel factory, so. We won't worry about it right now. But I'm glad we got the block signals figured out. I actually probably want the train to go this way instead of following that highway. I think we do. Because I'm gonna have like the drop off for plastic right there, and then the train goes and connects to that track right there, and then splits off there and goes back around. I think that's the play. I think that's the play. Now to put it into practice. I did say most of the stream's probably going to be with the plastic on the train. The plastic was actually pretty fast, so more so just about the train now. Is that good? That's not gonna hit the building, I don't think. I don't think. Well, I hope not. I should also... Foundations... Do... What is it hotkeyed on this one? 9? There we go. We do like making trains. They were a bit intimidating at first, but now I'm quickly coming to understand how to do them. Now, understanding how to do them efficiently, with timetables and stuff like that, and timing up the shared tracks so it's actually not waiting that long, that's a different story. That's a whole nother complex issue that I don't have the knowledge for. Because then you gotta take into account the loading times and unloading times. And you gotta try and start them at certain times. That's something else. 2 meters. It's a long train track, that's for sure. We still only have 500 of the top right item. I forget what it's called. It's like the assembly director system or something. But this way the plastic will be unloaded close to where it's going to be consumed, so that'll be very nice. And I don't have to worry about long belts. Like what you see down there, right there. That belt right there. Oh god, this is gonna be so much concrete to pull back. My inventory is gonna be flooded with concrete. We're running out of things to yap about since we're just chilling and building the train network. Green. Oh. Pretty much gonna be this for, I don't even know how long it's gonna take me. It's gonna take me a while. That would be kind of cool with the train weaving through all the factories like this, though. It's kind of, well, without the concrete, it won't block the billboards. Perfect cloudy day to send up the space elevator. Too bad it's not ready. We'll definitely wait to send up the space elevator this time for a cloudy day so we can see the clouds disperse. So we didn't get to see that the last phase. I actually did it on the first phase, or second phase? It was really cool to see and I want to see it again. Not too much concrete in inventory. Yet. You know, look away for a little bit too. I look at screens all day for work, and then after work I'm looking at screens the rest of the night. Definitely does a number on your eyes. Anyway, I should probably take a bathroom break and then grab a soda as well, since I've been live for 2 hours already. Oh shit, we were gonna do a station over here. This guy here, so I'm gonna leave now. Alright. Hello, goodbye. Nice of you to stop in. My lungs hurt so bad. I didn't have it like that. I had it where it was my sinuses were really bad, constant pressure and pain, and then it was my throat and stomach as well. So I don't know what I even had, but I'm glad it's pretty much gone now. Because man, that put me out of commission so bad over the weekend. I just didn't even get out of bed. It was horrible. Luckily, I think it broke on Sunday night, and Monday morning I felt like a new person. I feel better today, but I still feel the remnants of my throat pain. Man, I don't get sick often. It's quite rare I get sick, but when I get sick, I get sick. Real bad. Where do I want the station? Do I just put it around the side? Hopefully you feel better by this weekend then. It's gonna be a fun weekend, or a fun backpacking trip. Even though it's just, you know, test one, but still backpacking trip nonetheless. Honestly, didn't care that I didn't have internet for most of the weekend. I just didn't want to do anything. Should be fine, just need to stop fucking coughing. Time to start loading up on emergency. That's what saved me, I'm pretty sure. Emergency always saves me when I get sick. Usually when I start feeling sick, I drink a emergency packet once a day, and I swear it cuts it short. I've done it pretty much every time and it seems to be working, or maybe it's just a placebo effect at this point, but works for me, so I'm not complaining. I don't have power over here. Used to take 2 packets when sick, but then read that's a bad idea. Kidney failure express or something. Yeah, I wouldn't take more than 1. I wouldn't take more than 1. It's they're like almost 1,000% of your daily vitamin C, so it like floods your system with vitamin C. So yeah, I don't recommend taking 2, or taking 1 more than like a couple days. And then once you're done with it, don't use it again for a while, because yeah, all that would really stress your kidneys. Way more than 1,000%? Oh. I could probably check, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt it actually. Definitely worth trying though. Where do I want this? Probably on this side. If you're not ready or better by the weekend, I'd recommend just loading up on drugs for the backpack. Luckily it's a short hike, so it's nothing strenuous. I think it's only like a mile to our site, but I think Mr. Gersh wanted to make it a little bit longer, like take the scenic route to it. But we also got to haul campfire wood all the way there, so depends how long you want to carry that. Though we'll probably set up our campsite and then go back and get wood, so you're not hauling campfire wood with your backpack on, because that's just unneeded stress. Just finished farming Zoshia for the new armor. Hell yeah. I love that new armor. That's what I have on. I have it set as a layered armor though, so I'm not actually using it as my armor. Just looks like I am. Didn't he say they had carts with? Maybe? That'd be really nice. I didn't know they had that. If they do, that makes it a lot easier. Depending on the trail itself. I've not hiked where we're going, so couldn't tell you on how vertical it is. But a cart would definitely make it easier. I also have a cart too, but I'm sure their carts are more durable for backpacking. Mine's kind of like a beach cart, essentially. Okay, I think that's set up actually perfectly. I should farm more Mizutsune, the tempered one. I want to make more weapons off of the Mizutsune. Also gotta probably farm some more stuff in preparation for their first seasonal event that's at the end of this month. It's kind of crazy. Modders in the game are already wearing the armor from the seasonal event. That hasn't even happened yet because they're just modding it in. because files already exist in the game. And yeah, that's cool. Imagine cheating in a PvE game. Takes the fun out of the game. Like, it's the whole point of the game. Okay, my dual monitor tools are not working. Also, good luck doing the arenas to get the the rewards for being in the top 10,000 finish time sort, because a lot of cheaters. And yes, Capcom is banning some of them, but still, there's ones that are cheating, but they make it look like they're not cheating with somewhat plausible and believable times, but it's not gonna happen. I wish they'd just give the rewards if you hit a certain time in the arenas. That would make the most sense to me, but apparently Capcom doesn't think so. Which is dumb, but whatever. I think the reward's just it's just a cool looking pendant, which I'd love to have. I mean, there's cool looking pendants for even just getting like A's on the arena ones itself, but there's also those pendants where you're in the top 10,000, which you're not gonna see unless you cheat in the game, because of the amount of cheaters. Alright, cool. I think I'm gonna take a quick break though, because I've been streaming for 2 hours and I need to stand up and grab a new sody pop because mine's all empty. So I will be back in about 3 minutes. Ooh, I need to adjust that transition time, you see that? If you look in the bottom right, it switches over to the scene before it fully captures it. Interesting. Okay, I need to adjust that. Good to know. Alright, I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna stretch a little bit and we'll be back with more Satisfactory. Alright, I am back. There's a train zooming by. Beautiful day out there. I wish I could go fishing, but it's still not that warm out. Still not quite that warm out. Actually, probably would have been fine. A little bit chilly. Just depends on the wind, really, especially with kayaks. It's another reason I kind of want to canoe. They're a little bit more easier to control in the wind and they don't get blown all over the place. All right, welcome back. Let us continue. So we got that all hooked up. Now we just need to add the section, the last section actually. Yeah, like I said, kayak for day trip, a canoe for like the canoe, yeah. Yep, agreed. It's also nice because the canoe is lighter. So heavier wind days, it'd be easier to control that versus my like 78-pound kayak. And that's 78 pounds without anything in it. We'll see. I'm pretty convinced on getting it. It's just, do I want to spend that much? Given it lasts very long time. Mine's almost 100, but it's almost a foot longer than yours. Yeah. Like, the kayaks are just unbeatable in comfort and utility. Or not really utility, but like features. And the canoes have the capacity and also higher versatility. With like wind and portaging and all that stuff. So they have their uses, of course. So I really want to spend $1,300 on the new canoe. You know, I could look at getting used, of course that's viable. But for the exact one that I am looking at, there's not a whole lot of use of that around the area. Because people are holding on to them for a very long time. Which, I mean, is good. Because it means they hold up long. Gotta see if I can hunt around for any deals or any like military discounts to get some of that shaved off. And who knows if the price is gonna skyrocket due to all this tariff nonsense. Probably. Actually, well, yeah, it would probably affect Old Town. Even though Old Town constructs theirs in the US, and I think Boston. But the materials, I'm pretty sure, are sourced out of country? Could be wrong though. I don't know. This tariff nonsense is just a bunch of bullshit, to be honest with you. Just a bunch of nothing. I'm gonna go grab some more concrete from back here. Oh, and of course it's always exciting getting new gear for hobbies that you enjoy. You know, it's always exciting. That's why I'm like holding off on doing it, because I feel like I'm just ready to pull the trigger on it and buy it. But I gotta take some time to think about it. And the one I'm looking at, the Sportsman 119, is a hybrid between a canoe and a kayak, so possibly, if I'd have to see it in person because the pictures don't do it justice on the volume of gear you can carry, but possibly it could replace my kayak overall. But the thing is, the kayak is just so comfortable with the stadium seats, and I know you can get stadium seats for the not the hybrid canoes, but the normal full canoes. I don't know, it's a tough decision. I kind of cut that a little short, whatever. Tough decision. And then in storage, I'd already rent a storage unit to store my kayak in, so the canoe would go in there, which would fit. I'd rather just much have storage at my own place, but unfortunately, I'm not getting a house anytime soon, not in this economy. Unfortunately. Oh, those are 4 ramps? Okay. I'd have issues being in like a sit-in position in canoe with a stadium seat. Yeah, that's another thing, being sit-in versus sit on top. It's very, very nice with kayak stability and also being sitting up very high compared to canoes. You know, you kind of sit lower and you sit in. And also with canoes, if you flip, there's nothing keeping water out of it versus sit-in, which it's sealed, so if you flip, it's still gonna float. That's why I was always worried about with going canoeing with my dad when I was younger. It's like, we flip this thing, everything in it's going in the drink, and how are we gonna flip this back over in the water? You can't, not really. I mean, you probably could, take a lot of work, but with a kayak, you just flip it over, roll back on. You can flip it back. I mean, yeah, you can flip it back. There's gonna be water and you have like a bilge pump or bucket to bucket the water out. They taught us in Girl Scouts. Well, yeah, I know you can. I'm just saying it's not as easy as a kayak where you don't have to worry about it flooding the hole. A lot of rocking it side to side underwater and stuff. Yeah, I remember doing that. I remember doing that a couple times with my dad. We would, just for fun, it was just an empty canoe and we were in shallower water. We'd play with the canoe, me and my brother. We'd sink it. You'd try and sink it. It was like an old town red canoe. It was like a barge. And that thing would not sink. But yeah, you literally rock it back and forth to get it up and get water out into a point where it's actually the sides are above the water. Then you can start bailing water out. But it is a lot more work than just doing it with a kayak. They purposely tipped us when we were fully clothed and forced us to figure it out and get back in. Hopefully that was in shallower water. Now imagine doing that in water where you can't touch the bottom. I mean, it's possible, but it's just a lot more work. Of course, always have your PFD on. Too steep. Well, that's not good. Only one way to find out. I remember using my pants as a makeshift life jacket. I remember doing that. You tie the legs and you just go up for air, go back down, go back up. Yeah, I remember doing that shit. My clothes stayed wet the entire time we were at camp. It was so humid they never dried. Ooh. That's not fun. Turns too sharply. How am I gonna do this? How's that too steep? It can't go 4 meters down? Oh. That's not cool. It can go 4 meters up, but it can't go 4 meters down? Maybe we just go straight shot over there then. We were just 1 effort short for the entire 10 days, but yes, that time at camp did scar me for life. Oh. That sounds about right. I didn't realize trains couldn't go down this. Yeah, that's actually too steep. Huh. Okay. I'd never go, but it was actually really fun. 1 effort for 10 days and it's soaked. Oh, just one of your outfits was soaked the whole time. So you're 1 outfit short the whole trip or something? We just had an outfit that was drying the entire time. Yeah. I don't think I've had anything like that bad, but I've had it. I've gone up camping with my dad before, and I didn't have the proper shoes, and they were like, I don't have them on, but my shoes are like all fabric, and they take forever to dry. And I brought those up there instead of actually what I have now, which is quick dry, waterproof hiking boots and also water shoes. So I was in flip-flops the whole entire trip because my shoes were soaked the entire trip, and that sucked. It's not fun. I mean, the trip was still fun. It just sucked not having comfy footwear the whole trip. I made it work though, of course. We were 12 and all the girls, and all girls. It was a mean girl's nightmare, but the activities in the camp was nice otherwise. Ah. Okay. I gotta try and match this back up. I didn't realize trains couldn't go down 4-meter drops. They can go up 4-meter drops. No, those weren't 4 meters. I think this is like the only 4-meter section I have in the highway. Well, guess you'll learn. Down too fast? Yeah. I guess that'd be kind of problematic, right? Going down super fast, then you gotta take a sharp turn. Yeah, I'd probably derail in the corner. Oops. Alright, I gotta line that up. That shouldn't be hard. Oh shoot. Is that gonna be weird because it's on separate systems? Or separate grids? Oh no, okay, it does match up. Nice. Very nice. Alright, now we should be able to do this corner. I mean, what I'm doing here with the train super loop, very not needed, but style points, so. And who knows how long of a trip this is actually going to be for a round trip. I hope it's not too bad. That's why I'm wanting to have like 2 trains on this loop, because that would hopefully cut the transit time in half. Maybe, hopefully, wishful thinking. But man, I am very much excited to get out this weekend for a backpacking trip. Test out all of the new gear that I got finally, that I accumulated over the winter and just been staring at. It's gonna be great. It's going to be great. I'm gonna pack all my stuff tomorrow, so, because I won't have time on Thursday because I'm probably gonna stream. Friday, possibly going fishing. Possibly, depending on the weather and wind. I also need to grab my new fishing license. I was gonna do it online, but isn't it if you do it online, they don't actually ship the license to you? It's just a digital license. I guess I'll have my phone on me at all times, so it wouldn't be much of an issue. Or no, I think there was something else to it. Like an extra service charge for being online. Something. I don't know, something stupid. But I gotta pick that up. I also gotta... Or no, that's the state park one I'm thinking of, because military and veterans get the state park passes for free, but you can't really do that online for some reason. You just have to go to the actual park and show them your military ID, and then you can get the free pass. And then I'll be set for all spring, summer, and fall for fishing and camping. For the most part, besides, you know, reservation fees and all that stuff. I would like to do wilderness camping where, I forget what's actually called, backcountry camping or something, where there's like not really, there might be sites for camping. You don't reserve them though, because there's no reservations for them. It's just, you got to go out there, and there's no amenities like a toilet or showers or water or anything like that. It's just a flat area, and you got to provide everything, but you don't have to pay to reserve it, so. There's a couple areas around me like that, which I would like to try. Kind of like Outdoor Boys and the random shacks he finds that the DNR puts up for anyone. I don't think our state does that like Alaska does. Alaska does it just because it's actually like they're like safety shelters if anyone gets stranded out there or something. That'd be kind of cool if our state did that, but there is cabins and stuff like that in our state, but they're ones that you reserve, not the ones that the Outdoor Boys come across in Alaska. Those are actually survival ones, and they're first come, first serve, which are really cool system they got. I'd like to go camping and backpack in Alaska, dude. That'd be crazy. It'd be really fun. But kind of like that in Outdoor Boys, except there is no cabins. It's just like an open spot, like a tent pad area. And there might be a fire ring, but it's pretty minimalistic. And I even got a list of campgrounds and areas on my desk somewhere. Desk is a mess. That I want to visit, hopefully all in this summer, but we'll see. It'll mostly be weekend trips because I don't want to take a bunch of days off because I got yelled at work. Not really yelled at, just told that you're like taking too many days off on my unlimited PTO. Not very unlimited, huh? They're like, yeah, we don't want people to abuse it. What? It's part of our benefits. If I'm getting my work done on time, why does it matter? And they even count sick days as part of your vacation days. I remember talking to my manager about it. It's like, yeah, you took this many days off this last year. I'm like, yeah, but some of those are military days, which they excused. And then some of them were sick days. Like, yeah, this still counts as days off. Really? Really, man? Thought this was unlimited PTO. But now I'm toning it back. Alright, now we go back and get rid of the concrete. We're almost there. Almost there. This is a very long track. There's got to be an achievement for laying down so many tracks, right? Just like there is with foundations. I think there was an achievement for 5,000 foundations put down. We got that really fast. That was like within 20 hours of our playthrough. We're well past 5,000. We're probably upwards of almost 30,000, if not more now. It'd be kind of cool to have statistics. Is there statistics in this game? I don't think so. Maybe you could like upload your save somewhere and it calculates all the stats. That'd be kind of cool. You placed this many foundations, you have this many of that machine, this many of that. That'd be really cool. I did see in 1.1 that they have belt trackers now, which is kind of cool. It's still not fully the statistics panel that I want that Factorio has. But you can put like markers on belts, and it's just on the sides, and it shows how many items per minute are flying through there. So they're cool, but it's not what I wanted. Because if stuff backs up, that number is going to drop down, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how exactly they work, but I'm assuming it takes how many items are flying through there and averages it out. And if it stops because stuff's full, then that number's going to average down or something. I think I highlighted something by accident there, so I'm not going to chance it. Oh crap, I have to do all this again. We'll have to do the stop signals for that section too. I didn't put them up, which I definitely should have. Whoops. No, don't highlight the track. Good. Yeah, it's going to be interesting doing this on the diagonal section. Ooh, I'm feeling a little hungry actually. That after stream snack and ice cream is gonna hit pretty good. Yeah, that should work. Kind of cool to have the train drive under a waterfall. Give it a nice little train wash every trip. It's gonna be hard to make this straight, but it looks like I got it. Very nice. Very nice. We're almost there. And then we just gotta verify. We gotta put the stop signals down in the drop-off location. We gotta set up the stations to be load and unload. Set the timetable. And then also set up the output for the plastic and connect it to our current plastic. It shouldn't be hard. It'll essentially just be a merger belt onto our existing plastic belt. Don't tell me I took out some of the road. Okay. I want a speed upgrade for this hover pack, man. It'd be so nice. It would be very nice. Give me like upgrade modules for the hover pack. That does different things. I don't really care about the power consumption. It's only 100 megawatts, I think, when I'm using it. That's nothing. Cool. All right, now over that way. We're almost there. I can see the end. Not really. Close. Like I said, this isn't really necessary. I could have just done an A to B, but I think this is cooler. You really attacked me? You respawned. I remember killing you before. I guess mobs respawn if you don't build in their spawn area. Makes sense. Especially if you need to farm them for DNA capsules for research. I haven't done that, but I don't really need to since I have a bunch of stuff automated being crushed right now. Like all that coal coke. Doesn't provide a whole lot, but there's a whole lot going through it, so. So I don't really know what I'd use tickets for right now. Besides saving up for the golden nut. Ooh, how am I gonna loop that to that? Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. I guess I could connect to that. So it's just like a grand loop with exits. That'd work. That would work. That means I should probably have an engine on the other side of this train then. Okay. Oh, we don't have a whole lot of concrete. Well, we don't have any right now. So we just placed all the ones that we have in our inventory down. And we're still missing 197 of the assembly director systems in the top right. Those things take forever. Oh, a Mercer sphere. Anybody else?
Harvest the scripture. Compose it into a blood song.
Thank you. I'll be taking that. It's kind of cool though, because now with this grand loop, we can use it with other trains to go around the whole factory and back to the hub. All we need to do is put outputs at the main hub, the main factory. It might get a little crowded, but that's all right. We have plenty of space. Like I said, we've only built in this area, really. The main hub is just this area. The map is massive. Like, really big. So we have plenty of space to build if we need to expand. Are you gonna attack me? That's what I thought. You bitch. See that rock flying over my head. Oh, that one was close. Holy crap, he can launch those things. What? He's still shooting at me? What the heck? He does not like me. That's such a wide aggro range. Holy crap. Imagine if he's still shooting over here. Well, he'd be hitting that. No way you can hit me from there. I don't even. You'd probably despawn by now. There we go. Alright, let's clean it up. Time to clean it up. I was trying to remember that childhood song or whatever. Everybody do your work, clean up. Or something like that. God, that I should not sing that. That brings back memories. Ooh, there's Samore there. Or is that teamwork? Everybody do your share. Or something like that. Surely someone knows what I'm talking about, and I wasn't just making shit up. Alright, buddy, I'm back. Oh, he's not here. Oh, there he is. Boom. And we're done. With laying the track. That is a long loop. A very long loop. But very cool. You could also even branch off to go that way too. But nothing would take that way. So no reason to do it unless there was another train station around there. Maybe in the future. Or maybe. Or maybe. Oh, my mouse is flying off my screen. I thought my dual monitor tools was working. Okay. So I need to add another station here. Actually, yeah. Excuse me. Okay. Oh. There we go. There we go, there we go. And then industrial storage. There won't be anything being dropped off here, so I don't have to worry about that. What the heck? I put those the wrong way. I went on this one. There we go. That can handle almost 1600 per minute with the dual belts. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. And I don't even need to hook this up to power because technically it's hooked to power by the power grid. And at least one of the stations connected to the rail is hooked up to power. This needs to be named something. This needs to be train station. That's a weird name. What is that warning? Including but not limited to hog attacks, biomass on track, Oncoming trains. Collisions. Nuclear meltdowns. Hopefully you don't see any of those. Or general situational derailment. What does it say at the beginning? Fix and its affiliates are not responsible for any delays caused by any reason. Okay. So it should, yep, Satisfactory, cool. Alright, so now this is gonna get a little complicated with the stop signals. So now we need stop signals on like all this. Oh boy. Or block signals. It's like that section. Why is this so weird? Like that? Oh, you know... oh, yeah, the train's still on this one. This one, there's a train, I think the Illumina solution's blocking that one. Okay. So now... Let's set up this first before I venture off again. I don't even know where I left. Oh, the car's over here. So we need to set this up. Owie. You don't have to be real fancy with that underneath the highway. Okay. Don't fall off the power grid down here because it's not going to be easy getting back up. Okay, loading that up. Cool. That's the one freight car. Now we need to get the other belt, which is not really needed. We're going to do it anyways. Just for future proofing. I don't think we're ever gonna have plastic being more than 780 per minute, but you know, this was probably full. Actually it was, because those are all backed up. Yeah, look at all that plastic. Delicious. Okay, so that's set up. This is gonna be load. I'm gonna leave the car here because we're gonna actually eventually end up back here. I did say this whole stream is going to be plastic. Well, plastic's already done. We finished that pretty fast, but the train, the whole train setup, that's what's taking the longest right now. We should have this done by the time I finish today's stream. Right now it's just figuring out all the logistics. That gun away. Should also make more. I eventually want to automate. Let's add this to-do list. Get rid of that. Homing ammo automation. That'd be kind of cool. Be very nice to have. Shouldn't be too difficult because we have all the parts required for it. We just need to bring it all together and make it, and then dump it into a dimensional depot for me. Which I don't know if I can pull ammo from a dimensional depot, because it won't. I can't pull filters from dimensional depots. I have to actually manually pull them and put them in my inventory to use them, which is stupid, but whatever. It's the limitations of the dimensional depots, and the dimensional depots are already insane, so. Okay, this is already set up, this section here, right? So if I go to transport, it should be green, or like lime green. Okay. I need another train on this actually. Wait for it to open up. And we go. I think you can actually make these faster if you have double engines on both sides. I was gonna say, I thought there was a horn on this thing. It's kind of loud. Holy, please brake. Jesus. The braking power on this is not the best. Alright, so now, block signals. So that's already designated, right? Because this looks like it's red going to like pink, or pink going to orange, whatever. They're two different colors, right? And not just the LOD affecting it. Oh, the train's already coming back this way. So that's red. This is red. Because that train's on it. Okay. We're doing good, we're doing good. So then we ride this train to the next station. Gotta be more careful with the braking. Okay, I don't think I need to do a loop here, or stop signals here, it's just up here I need to. There we go, that's its own section. I think so. And then I need to go up here and do it. The Lumina train's on its way back right now. See how it's all one color right here? I need to change that. That's what these block signals are for. Whoop, not path signal. Oh, great. Now I'm running into an issue. Is the Lumina train gonna be fine coming this way? Looks like it. What is it waiting on? Why is it so far up? Do I not need these ones? Oh shoot, why am I messing this up now? Oh no, it stopped at this one. Do I just need to get rid of these front two? Hear my mouth. I think that was it. Okay, we can test it if I can get back to my train fast enough. We can see if the Illumina is going to crash into the test train here. That should be green on the right because it's empty. And it should turn red as soon as you go past it, yep. Got a hold brake. So then the Lumina train should stop at that stop sign essentially, since we're on the track. The train is the track is occupied. We gotta wait for it to load up first, and then we'll head back here. You can see it on the HUD. Lumina. Okay, it's on its way back. Is it gonna stop in time since it's downhill? I guess we're gonna find out. Oh, you can even see it back there. I didn't realize that you could see the track back that far. He's climbing. I think we pretty much got this all figured out then. Well, although all that's left is the block signals at the plastic factory. And then I gotta set up the timetable for this train, and then we're good. And then I want to set up a second train because this loop's so long. I want to have 2 plastic trains. I think. To cut the travel time in half, hopefully. Oh god, please stop. It looks like it's slowing down. Yeah, it's got its brakes out. You can see on the top it's got the air brakes. But where does it stop? Right there. Oh, perfect. So then if I continue, he's far enough away. Okay, make sure I'm going on the right track. And then it should free up. And then he continues. Boom! Alright. Very cool. Alright, now we're on the home stretch. And hopefully the stops shouldn't be for long and interrupt any of our supply lines. I wonder if you can just make a steep decline and go to like a little jump and then a train just flies off. I wonder if you can do that. It'd be kind of fun to see how far you can launch a train. Yeah, because this is as fast as the train goes, so we'd want 2 trains to make up for the transit time. I think I have it set up right. I don't want to test the flying off the track part here, so I'm going to slow down. Oh god, please slow down. And then we dock. And it loads the plastic. Alright, so train menu. Timetable. Alright, so it's going from here, and it's going to station Norrköping. So it goes plastic factory, load. Oh, I didn't set the station to be unload. And then it goes to whatever. Can I rename it here? No. Oh, shit. Oh, excuse me. Train name. Plastic. Alright, so this should work. Oh, it's doing a load first. Wonder why it's not loading the other one. Was that one full? Oh, that one might have actually been full. Please work. Oh god, which way is it gonna go? Is it gonna go right or left? Oh, it's going left, okay. It switched over at that second there. I was gonna say, the left one, I think, is shorter, because it takes the shortest route to its destination. I didn't realize it might take right, but... Oh shit, when it gets to the station though, is it gonna do the loop or is it gonna actually go back this way? Oh crap, I think I have it set up so it's gonna come back this way. How do I change that though? Oh great. Now we gotta wait for this guy. Dang fabric train. It's working as intended though. Dude, with this, just doing this whole loop thing opens up so many possibilities for longer systems. I'm glad we did it like this actually. The giant loop. And we can have just trains coming in from all over, going onto the loop, unloading at the hub, going back. Oh, it's actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. As long as this works, this test run works, hopefully. All right, it's open. There we go. Now I can see why people love doing trains, but in the beginning I could also see why people avoid trains, because it's very intimidating if you don't know it. It seems a lot more complex than it is, but it's actually fairly simple. It's just the block signals. They're kind of funky. As long as I don't get a train derailment notification, we're good. That scared me. I saw the arrow pointing to the left. I need to set this one as unload too. But I can't do it when it's on, that one's active. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it is going the whole way. Okay, sweet. It is doing the whole loop. It's not going backwards. And Luna's in the way. He's flying past. And we're good. It works! As long as it docks back at the main station, it's good. Which it should. I don't see no reason why it shouldn't. Let's switch the arrow. Perfect. I'd call that a success. It took a long time to build the track, but man, I think it's worth it. This is cool. I understand the hype behind setting up train networks. I understand it now. And I have hair in my eye that won't get out of my eye. You're not supposed to be there. Also, my glasses, they have the blue light filter, so when I take them off, it's wild because the blue light filter has like a slight yellow tint, which you don't notice when you're wearing them really until you take them off and you're like, whoa. Train? Yeah. I set up the massive train loop and it's actually working with no collisions. I'm guessing that that engine back there is providing some speed by going backwards. I'm curious. essentially this train will go in, switch which one's the front each cycle. How many trains you have running? Plastic, alumina, and fabric. So I got 3 trains running. And then this loads, and then we're good. That's it. That's the whole train. We got it working. Why is this taking the whole thing and that one's not? Was this one full? Or no, oh, it's because there was already plastic in this one, so it doesn't drop the whole container, it just top loads the existing one. Gotcha. Alright. Now we'll ride this back to the plastic drop-off, and then all we gotta do is hook up the plastic output from the plastic station to our current plastic belt. We're good. And then of course I want to put a second plastic train on here. I hope that works just fine. Hopefully. And then, you know, next stream, when I'm playing this again, on Thursday probably, most likely, we'll just be doing other things, and I'll get a notification or whatever. I'm assuming there's a notification that pops up that there's a train collision. Just be off out doing something else and it just pops up train collision. And come back and just see an absolute mess of derailed trains. Definitely does slow down on the slopes, but that's expected. That's why I'm hoping a second train will mitigate some of the transit time for plastic, because the loop is so big. So one train's unloading, one train's loading, and they hopefully kind of like move in sync. Here we are. So our plastic belt's right there. I can't see in here, but we need to put up storage to pull it out. It's weird that it doesn't pull it out when it's doing this. Did you unload? Oh, I think it was full. Yeah, okay, it is full. And then while that's leaving, we can set up another one. And then train menu, timetable. It's gonna be plastic to this. And that should be good. We'll give it time for this one to move a little bit more towards the station. So we don't want them back to back. We don't need them piggybacking each other. And then we'll have 4 trains running. Technically on the same track. I don't think I need to change anything in here. Just gonna wait for the train to get to the station before I start this one. I think eventually they'll meet up. I don't know. It'd have to be equally balanced, you know. I don't know how to really do that. That's pretty advanced. Where you could change the like wait time. Wow, Why was that just flashing? What was that? Kind of cool seeing all the trains running around the map. Alright, we can start this one. Oh god, don't run me over. Godspeed, soldier. Alright, now let's hook all this plastic up. Oh, there's only 60 in there. And there we go. Now our train plastic is now hooked up to our plastic input for our entire factory over here. Very cool. Alright, how's this train doing? So that one's already leaving, and that one's getting there. Okay. That's a beautiful thing seeing all that plastic. Oh, it is. After all that work. Technically, our system our new factory only adds 140 per minute more. Oh, we have a lot of oil that we can turn into plastic at the new plastic factory. I'm not so sure on rubber. I should probably check the rubber factory, but as you can see, the rubber belt down here, not moving, so I'm not too worried. If that was constantly moving or moving and stopping, then it'd be used a lot more, but it means it's being used a lot more, but it's stopped. So I think that's... What is rubber used in that I'm making? Modular engine? Oh, really? It's only for the modular engine. Oh, okay, well, rubber is not a worry. Not for a while. Plastic's on its way. The other plastic train... Can I rename this? No. We have a lot of train stations, don't we? Plastic is on it. There it is right there. I am so proud of my my train system that I set up. I figured it out. I got it working. Very, very happy with it. Decent amount of plastic on there too. And that train already, that plastic train's coming too. Beautiful. And off we go. Hit it. Hit it. Conductor? What's the job that drives the trains? Is engineer or conductor? Man, we're zipping. Oh, that train's there. I should go third person. Didn't want to do that. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not it. Say we could, or I was thinking I could add this plastic station to the train network, but I already got the belt set up and I don't really want to deal with that. Where's that other plastic train? Why is that stopped? Uh-oh. Why is that stopped? There shouldn't be a collision. The train should stop. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it just wasn't updating on the map. It loaded, it unloaded, and now it's moving. Weird. It's kind of scared me. It wasn't moving on the map, but the map wasn't updating. Okay, cool. We did it! We did it! And this is working as expected. Plastic's going hard. We can add a whole nother one of these just on the 2 oil nodes we have tapped, and then there's 4 more oil nodes over here for more plastic. So I'm not worried about plastic, actually. The only thing that we'd have to do is just add a whole nother one, which I should probably do. So I'm actually gonna add that to the to-do list. I just missed the train. That's fine, the car's here. So now this plastic expansion, or the one we just did, should... Oh, get back in. Actually, do I think I have enough. Gotta put a billboard. One, two, three, four, five. What are the chances? Over under that's flipped. Ooh, first try, first try. Oh, the other train's here. Production is 140 a minute? I don't know what to put for the usage on this. We won't put a usage on this because it's gonna be kind of hard to track because we got 2 separate factories. So I think we should actually have the production of 140 added onto the other one to keep track. So we'll go drive over there actually. There goes the second train. Very cool. And hopefully the first train's not getting stuck up anywhere. Well. See, this one's actually catching up. It's kind of worrying. They shouldn't collide though, because the stop signals, like this should flip over and the fabric should go. Yep, there it goes. So this won't have to wait for fabric, okay. But even if they won't actually collide because the way the stop signals are set up, it will wait for the one to clear through the path and then it'll follow behind. So it shouldn't ever like ram into the second one. Shouldn't, hopefully. We'll find out eventually. That would not be good if it did. And if it does, it's just because I'm missing one section of stop signals. Yep, so it's waiting there. The other one is MIA. For some reason, it doesn't like up. Oh no, it was loading. Okay. Okay, so then maybe they will keep a decent distance from each other. It's just all in hopes of cutting down on the transit time and increasing the output per minute from that train station. Instead of just doing one burst of a bunch of stuff, it's 2 medium-sized bursts, which should help with stability. Should. So production is 580 now. Woo! That's some good stuff right there. That should allow us, we have 150 overhead to make PCs. Computers. Manufacturer. We only need one of these machines for the 2.5. And it's only 40. So we'll still have 110 overhead. So we're good on plastic for a little bit, actually. So let's move the plastic expansion down, actually. We'll put in extras, actually, because we don't need to do it unless we need it. So the next big thing is radio control units, which is we need to make that new PC manufacturer, and then also another crystal oscillator manufacturer as well. But I think that's gonna be it for stream today because I am getting hungry, so I need to go have my after stream snack and have some ice cream, and also kind of relax a bit because I'm still getting over that sickness that I got, and I can still feel it in my throat a little bit, so don't want to yap too much. There he goes. I should have renamed you. I'm sorry. I'll have to catch that one point and rename it from train to like plastic 2 or something. I should also rename all the train stations to their respective item. Like that train's Illumina. Name this like, I don't know, Illumina drop off, Illumina pickup, plastic drop off, plastic pickup, you know, like that. So it's easier to tell because if you just look at it, it is, you can't really tell. Besides this one's a plastic factory, which should actually be plastic. Plastic input? What's another good word for it? Plastic pickup, plastic drop off, I guess works. Where's the second train? Oh, okay. Well, now the plastic belt should be, yep, look at that, backed up, and that one's even backed up too. Amazing. A beautiful sight, a welcome sight to be sure. And the computers, okay, I'll actually have to do 2 manufacturer for computers because I forgot I have a summer sleep in one of these. So, do I already have this floor up here full? I think one of these is turned off. Yeah. So I'll need to do 2 of those. That shouldn't be hard. Because it's plastic's not a worry. Circuit boards, I'm gonna have to do circuit boards. I am definitely gonna have to do circuit boards. So we'll have to look at that next time. I forget what circuit boards, what's the components for circuit boards? Plastic and copper sheets. So we actually might have to do that plastic expansion next time as well. But we'll crunch the numbers next time. Fabric should wait. It's waiting. Plastic one should be coming over the hill. There he is. Sorry, I'm happy with how it actually works. I thought I was gonna have trouble figuring out how to do such a system, but turned out to be relatively easy. And it's very satisfying. I'm going to sleep good knowing that I was able to implement such a thing. Alright, let's see here. So we need motors. Oh yeah, so like every milestone now requires like RCAs. RCA, RCA. Yeah, fused modular frame, yikes. But that unlocks with advanced aluminum and particle enrichment. Heatsink, or that's a cooling system. And then turbo motors. And then that'll unlock, this one will unlock the third space elevator item, the thermal propulsion rocket. Which I can't really see what is used to make it, but I assume it's going to be a pain in the butt. As per usual with space elevator items. And then this one will unlock the nuclear pasta, which I am assuming is going to be even more a pain in the butt. And this is also where we'll unlock plutonium. I think. We don't get plutonium before, do we? No. So then we can we can recycle, I think, nuclear waste into plutonium. Producing a particle accelerator through conversion of non-fissile uranium. Yeah. So non-fissile is like non-fuel. I think. And then you can make the uranium waste into plutonium, and then you can sink that to get rid of your nuclear waste, or you can use it to make plutonium fuel cells, which will produce more power, I'm assuming, in the nuclear reactors. But we'll see. Let's go check on their nuclear waste before I get off, because I am curious if that AoE of radiation has gotten any bigger. I hope it's not really gotten any bigger. I hope. It's not that much of an issue because I have the iodine infused filters automated, so I'm not worried about using those. I don't know how fast I'm producing them, but I'm producing them. I need billboards on those two factories there. I could even have the train going up here, branching off of that right there, or branching into it, I guess. But what would I train up here or down from here? Besides like nuclear waste or something. So the AoE is not that big because it's not hitting me yet. Oh, it has actually gotten bigger. Oh god, it has actually gotten bigger. Oh, it's actually beneath me. I forgot about that. I forgot this stuff is going underneath. Yeah. So it'd be better to go on this side. Okay, so it's... I think it's still underneath. I mean, that's not big. It could be a lot worse. I mean, it's barely using my filters. That's a lot of waste. Holy crap, that's actually building up, I think, a lot faster than I thought. Okay. I'm not at a panic level yet. Just slightly concerned. So we do need to end up probably sinking a bunch of that. Well, crafting into plutonium and then sinking that. Until we can figure out if we want to convert it to plutonium fuel cells and then use the train system to ship the nuclear waste or plutonium waste far away, probably over the ocean actually, to where I said I'm probably never gonna build, so that would actually probably be smart. Just make a platform way out in the ocean and just have it house a bunch of plutonium waste. So when the AoE of the radiation gets bigger, it doesn't really affect anything. I mean, it doesn't affect anything. It only hurts me if I don't have filters. So like, we can have it way out here. Good thing we don't have any tasks or challenges to worry about irradiating the planet. But like, even out this far, we're not as far as we can actually go on the map, because you can see the border of the map is that white outline. I wonder how far. It looks like it's right there. So we could go like way out here and just have it a massive warehouse for plutonium waste and just make it no man's land essentially. And just have it so a big enough storage array that we never have to worry about it for this playthrough. I think that's the play. I think that's the play. We just gotta get to be able to craft plutonium. And then it won't be much of an issue. The only concern is how fast can we get to that plutonium crafting. That's the last tier, the last milestone in this tier. And we still have 3 or 4 left? Which one is drones. Might be fun to mess with them, but we can actually, we'll probably still do it, you know. Test them out. There might be a use case for it. I might look up some good use cases for drones to see if it's actually applicable to any of my setups that I have, and then go from there. But that's it for me tonight, folks. I'm gonna go snack and have some ice cream and rest up, and then I'll be back here on Thursday. So probably more Satisfactory. I might mix in some Monster Hunter Wilds to grind some of the new stuff. I did a little bit. It doesn't take long to do the new stuff, but to actually grind and get like multiple gear sets and multiple different weapons, it takes a bit longer. And I just like playing the game. It's fun. It's fun hunting big monsters, especially the new ones, Zoshia and Mizutsune. So might do that. Who knows? We'll see how I'm feeling on Thursday. But I'm getting out of here for the night, so hope you all enjoyed watching Satisfactory. Doesn't seem like we got a whole lot done, but it was plastic. Didn't take long. But the train network, that took a long time to set up, but I think it was well worth it, because now we can easily track in from other outside sources and have it on the mega loop going around our base. So pretty cool. Big train. Thank you for streaming. Of course, of course. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be back. Alright. I need to save my game. Game was saved. We're at 81 hours. I accidentally hit the respawn button. Whoops. Whatever. Alright. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great day of work on Wednesday and Thursday. And I'll see you back here after work on Thursday. For either Satisfactory, or maybe Black Flag, or Monster Hunter Wilds. What the heck is this survey? Do you feel competitive when you play this game? Not relevant. Get out of here, Epic Games, with that shit. But yeah, if you want to follow me on my socials for more information, you can follow my Twitter. I always post that when I go live, and any announcements regarding the stream. I also have YouTube where I upload all my VODs, usually a day after. So today's VOD will be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow. Yes, yeah, that's right. And then I segment out all my playthroughs into hour-long segments as well. So you can even go back in my Satisfactory 1.0 playlist and see. You can watch me build this factory from the ground up if you really wanted to. But there is 1,600 videos on my YouTube, so there is a lot of games we played through. So feel free to check that out. I also have Discord where it has all my social media notifications automatically pulled in, so feel free to check that out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here for stream on Thursday. Have a good night, everybody. Alright, y'all. Time to go eat. See y'all later. Have a great rest of the night. And have a good one. Peace out.